Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Eat the Rich. So you've learned that in the overlap there is a lodge. There's a hunting lodge, and that according to the desperate Lord Beetleborough, it is indeed real, and it is there, and that is where the hawk in hiding has been calling extant nobles back to himself to try to build a a counter-revolutionary army, something like that. So Lucia and Vander, having learned that, and Mr. Belvedere and Dawn having had a chance to talk to the ogre, what else? What other avenues of research and exploration would you like to check in on? Does anybody have any other people they want to talk to, or is it time to head to the aforementioned overlap?
Yo, okay, I got some baseline questions here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have the certificate of this dude's birth. How old is this dude?
He is. I don't think do we ever figure out an age for the characters? Like, I know what age categories everyone is in.
I'm 29.
I think the characters probably wouldn't know specifically either. Like most of the time, you're like, I'm 30-ish. Yeah, I think if he had an age category in Zweihander, I think he's probably either the same or one higher than Mr. Belvedere.
Oh.
Yeah, the king was old. The king was like 80 or whatever, and this guy's like the king's like third son or fourth son or something. So yeah, he's probably in his 50s, late 50s, early 60s, something like that. Yeah, and he's been in exile a while though. Like, if you any official portraiture of him is at least 20 years old, where he looks much younger, and yeah.
I also have a question.
Yeah.
Can you get corruption from cheating at cards?
I don't know. Not really. No, I don't think it's quite malicious enough.
Okay, that was just my question. It might be petty thievery of the poor or underprivileged.
Yeah, it depends on who you swindle.
Right.
This is also a note for. I just wanted to check. Did we split the money for the sale of the pistols?
Yes, 15 gold apiece.
15 gold apiece. Lovely. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So King Esperine the Elder had several kids. There would have been an heir situation had he not been guillotined. So yeah. So that's the situation. This guy is like older, as old, if not a bit older than Mr. Belvedere. He's been around a while, but out of the spotlight.
So we're back together as a group now, I'm assuming.
It could be, sure.
And so I guess Dawn will present, like, basically we learned that there must be some sort, I mean, we know that there's some sort of uprising. There's people painting his symbol around town. I don't know if it's worth it to maybe find one of these people and shake them down, as it were. I'm presenting this to the team.
We already know that he is at a hunting lodge in the overlap.
We know this for certain.
Fairly certain.
Okay.
How many hunting lodges could there be? I mean, how big is it? It couldn't be that big, surely. Like,
No.
Would there be any kind of like library or record keeping place where people would have listed their properties, including those belonging to the king?
The visiting of such places has been restricted to those who have been appointed handlers of sensitive information by the Council of Illuminated Masters.
I fucking hate them.
Well, it's for your own good. You might run across some kind of like,
knowledge,
counter-revolutionary information that your mind is just not ready for.
Right, because keeping your populace ignorant is the way to keep them down.
Listen, this revolution happens in stages, right? Education comes later.
Well, I just took education as a skill rank last session.
I mean, are we ready just to go?
I wonder if there's a person who would know anything about, like, it feels like Mr. Belvedere, you were a servant of the nobility. Would you know another servant of the nobility that might have an idea of where this hunting lodge would have been?
Perchance. Well, also, like, once was nobility himself, so it might have been...
do I know that?
I think Mr. Belvedere talks about that extensively, especially when he gets drunk. Like, he's like, but now it's like a little wistful. It'd be like, is it really a silver lining? I don't know, but I can tell you what, there's no silver in my pocket.
Love it.
Yeah, so I guess we're talking about, like, do we just go? And I say, you seem to know a lot about the people we scurry after. Do you know anyone who might have similar information but more specific about hunting lodges?
Adam, can I make a roll about this?
Yeah, sure.
Would you need any help with that by any chance? Just asking, because I'm like, Dawn used to live with the family that you used to serve, and so maybe there was another family that basically interacted with that family.
I'm gonna say I feel like this might be folklore, because it might be like of what we know about, like, oh, there's this hunting lodge around this corner that's sort of been there, because it feels less rumory and more like historical. Like, these were the, like, king's lands.
These are the renowned lodges.
Different skills will give you different abilities.
So I have
different answers.
So I am trained in that, so I can give you
awesome.
a D10.
I would love that.
Well, it's an 8, so
that's not a great number.
No, it's not.
Oh,
hey, I really don't need it.
I'm gonna make it a 28 because I'd like to help.
Just flexing on that difficulty.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm making it 28. I don't even care. Nice.
I don't even care.
Bold, Masood. Okay, so you want to know about hunting lodges of the overlap?
Right. If just like a general, because I imagine it's pretty barren. So any, like, actual marks or civilizations, like, oh, we're going to the overlap. Well, the God Emperor's hunting lodge is located.
So first of all, hunting, especially on a long scale, is a pretty common, or was for a while, a pretty common noble activity.
Right.
You know, either if they wanted to prove themselves to be tough, they would go out and, like, hunt with a spear or whatever, hunt boar in the woods. Or mostly, though, it was like riding expensive horses around and shooting at things with guns. There's a lot of game in that forest, but since nobody can agree who it belongs to, you kind of have to worry about both sides accusing you of poaching. But it's also a place where, you know, people who live on the margins of society or maybe need to run away and hide out, they might go, right? There's all kinds of folklore about the overlap, but mostly it stems from it's a forbidden land kind of place, right? Like, don't go there. Witches and bandits live in those woods. But also the nobles were like, haha, we're going to go out into the overlap and ride around and be cool and tough outdoorsmen. And as a result, there are all of these, there are a handful of these, like, lodges out there where the nobles would go and stay. And, you know, it's hard to say which one or whatever. You'd need to get a little closer because you haven't been out there for a very long time, right? You probably accompanied someone to a lodge out there, but
for sure.
Yeah, there's like a little village on the south side of, so, like, real quick shitty Adam Cole world map. So, like, the way I kind of envision in my head this all kind of shakes out is that, like, we talked about there being, like, a river, right? And the big cities are both on the river. So, like, Esperine, I should zoom this out. Esperine is down at the bottom, and then the other city we haven't named yet is up top. And then the overlap is this massive wooded area that kind of, like, here, it's not that far north, but that kind of separates the two. It sort of draws the border. So there's this, like, wooded area, like, here, and you can, the river, the woods are divided, I think, on either side by like, you can take the river up and down, and that area is kind of the only safe part of the overlap. But yeah, he's out in there somewhere. And then I imagine there's like mountains that run kind of up this way. And probably there's a bunch of like tributary streams and rivers that run down the mountains into that one. And then the ocean
You said something about a village.
The ocean is that way. Yeah. So on both sides, there's a border village, right? So there'd be like the last stop on either side as you go. And so that would be a place where you could probably pick up like rumors and information specifically. Down here in Esperine, like I know it looks like a short distance, but worlds apart between the two.
Yeah.
Right.
So not just 15 feet.
No, not 15 feet.
Okay. Okay.
Map not to scale or accuracy or artistic endeavor or
Got
whatever.
So I relay all that to the group.
Yeah.
Sort of let them know. Well, I think our best bet would be head in that direction. I know where the lodge is. The only issue is because,
Wait, you know where the lodge is? Sorry.
well, unfortunately, there's only one real road through the overlap, and it's going to be off that road. So they'll also know potentially that we're on our way. But either way, we have to go in that direction, right? And before we get there is a village we can stop and see if there's any other information we can gather.
Well, then I guess we go.
I mean, there's nothing else for me here in this city. I could not tell you how much less interested I am in discussing with the Church of Smiles what they might know. The sooner we can put distance between us and them, the better.
I agree. I
I mean,
to get
if-
out of this town for a while.
If you wanted, we could corner two of the weaker ones and beat them until they told us something. But
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's be on our way.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So you're leaving the Hunter's Lodge. You're leaving the Hounds, the Flea and
Flintlock.
Flintlock. So you've let them know. You let Archie know you're heading out on the job and you wanna head outside and you're gonna go make your way towards the gate. And as you leave, as you go to leave the front door, who's the first person out the door? Who leads this little endeavor? And I know that this is a leading question because whoever it is, something bad is about to happen to them. But I need to know. We could also roll randomly if nobody is like, I'm ready to go. I push the door open.
I do want to point out that I used some of my gold as we're on our way out to buy a hunting dog. And spent a little
Mr.
extra.
Belvedere just has a dog now?
Just has a hunting dog that's like at chest level that I also spent the extra money to train.
Hell yeah.
So a trained hunting dog.
A trained hunting dog.
Look how everybody's like, all right, let's go. And they grab their backpack and Mr. Belvedere's like, come along, Scooby.
Well, and a lantern with oil. That's all I need. Is, this
So
dog
the
and-
problem is that we've been doing some market testing and Mr. Belvedere doesn't test very well in the lower age category market. So we got him a pet dog with an attitude who's super in your face. And we thought that would help skew him back towards the youth demographic. Yeah, does the
Okay.
dog have a name or is he just dog?
I might go to a random fantasy name.
Yeah, do it.
I volunteer as tribute to walk out the door first.
Mr. Bolvedog. I also like Mr. Growlvedere. That's good too.
Mr. Growlvedere.
So, all right. So, Lucia, you're the first one out.
Sure.
Okay. So, a series of things happen, and I'm not sure in what order. Mostly because we reconstruct these things after the fact. But I need to make a roll. That's the first and foremost thing, and then we'll go from there. So, all right. What's the bonus you get for aiming? Is it 10?
In terms of combat?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it is 10.
Take aim, you get plus 10 base chance to your next attack action. Yeah.
Okay. And is there a number of times can you stack it?
If you spend 2 AP, you can gain a plus 20 chance.
Perfect. This person.
And you cannot use it to cast magic.
This person has done that. Okay. So 65 or lower.
She has.
All right. So,
Okay.
Lucia, you open the door. Maybe you turn to be like, come on. And then you hear a wet thump as you are struck with a crossbow bolt. The wet thump is you. It's your flesh. So yeah, thunk, you get hit by a crossbow bolt. You're going to take, you take 7. I got to roll. So it's a D6.
Yeah, I also need to quickly check because drinking while I'm
Shit.
drinking.
Oh, yeah.
While I'm drinking, I have less, or I get like a +3 on taking damage because
I think
I'm
it's peril,
drunk.
it's physical peril and mental peril, not necessarily like wounds.
Okay. So what's all this for?
This is how much damage the crossbow does. So it's
Okay.
16 damage minus whatever your normal like damage reduction might do, but you can't dodge it.
Right. I haven't taken damage yet, so this is all new.
Yeah. Okay. So now normally
okay.
in a combat situation, you might have had a chance to like try to dodge out of the way, but in this case, they were
Damage
waiting to
threshold.
ambush you.
Okay.
Yeah, just right outside the bar. Somebody.
So brawn bonus.
You've already got it. You've already got it
It's
set up.
5. Okay.
Whatever your damage threshold is, right?
Yeah, I was looking at the right page. I was
okay.
So my brawn bonus is plus DTM or whatever damage threshold modifier is just 5.
Yeah.
So it exceeds the base damage threshold because it's what? Is it 10 damage?
No, it's 16 damage.
Oh, jeez.
Why?
Wow.
Where is that?
It's six base. I rolled it. I rolled a d6, got a 6, rolled it
Oh, the
again,
6
and it's a 4.
exploded. So
Yes.
it's 10.
Yeah.
Not 16.
The roll is
No.
10
The
plus
roll
the
is 10
6
plus the base
value.
6.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it just automatically does 6 damage.
Yes.
And then you
Plus
roll?
whatever you roll.
Yeah, plus whatever I rolled. Yes.
Oh, okay.
in the same way that everybody else rolls, they get combat bonus plus a fury die.
Right. Okay. So that's 16 damage.
Which
So-
is DT plus 6, but not DT plus
So-
12.
Yeah, so it's go from it exceeds my base damage threshold, so I move 1 step down to lightly wounded, and then it exceeded that, so I'm moderately wounded.
You are moderately wounded, and I believe moderately wounded potentially gives you a wound. Like you have to roll for it, right?
Yes, moderately wounded. I do. Mhm.
Okay. So you want to do that roll?
1d6.
Yeah. Okay. They immediately roll 1d6 chaos die. If the result is 6, I suffer a moderate injury. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I do not
Okay.
get a 6, so I don't suffer a moderate injury.
Okay. So yeah, there's a wet thunk. It probably hits you like in the leg, maybe, or something.
Because I'm so tall, it would have hit me in the gut.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Before you have a chance to pull your thing, yeah. So just thunk, and like sudden sharp pain to the leg. At first, it's just force, and yeah, you look up and you see a man holding a crossbow. He's got a bandana across his face. He's wearing a like a leather like jerkin, and he's holding his crossbow, and he's like grabbing another arrow or a quarrel and trying to like knock it. Like shit, fuck! I shot her in the face.
And like in reaction, I take the cudgel, and I think we have to do the.
Yeah, we're gonna need to roll initiative because whoever is behind you, you hear that thump, and then Lucia runs off. So yeah, go ahead and roll your initiative.
I don't know if you roll; it's just 7.
Isn't it a die plus the number?
Like
is it
D10 plus the number?
Yeah, it's the D10 plus the number. Yeah.
Okay,
4.
It's
for me.
And pardon me, where do we find initiative again?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I was looking for
it is your perception bonus plus 3.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So mine's actually
Plus 9.
mine's 8.
Here we go. Initiative results. Yeah, D10. Okay.
10 plus 6.
Oh shit, you're gonna get shot again.
Oh no.
Mr. Belvedere got a
Okay.
19.
I also got a 19.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
I got
Oh no.
14.
so
I can't do math.
let me do this again. So
9 plus 6.
And then
15. I can't do math.
then you add 3 to it.
all right. So I got an 18.
Yeah, it's your perception bonus plus 3 plus whatever your D10.
You got on the D10.
So I've got a 6. So 9 plus 6 is 15.
Okay.
Plus 3.
Yes.
No.
No. It's Dawn is a little slower. So 15.
Oh, okay.
Lucia.
Then I'm at 16. My bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So 16. Vander, what'd you get?
Mine is on my number there, so 16.
16, and then Lucia. Sorry.
I got 14.
Okay, it's your fight and you're last. Okay, all right.
I mean, I was just shot in the leg. I might be in a little shock.
So I got a 10, which means I got an 18. So the Peregrine Assassin does get to take another shot.
Okay.
I need to check here with crossbows. I need to just check its qualities. So this light crossbow is fast, punishing, and weak. So let me take a look.
Yeah.
I got it here.
So
I got it.
you got it. Perfect.
So weak. It can only ever inflict moderate or serious injuries, not grievous injuries. So he'll have to nickel and dime you to death rather than like inflicting those more grievous ones. And then so that's weak. And then punishing is immediately after striking a foe, they may add 1d6 fury dice in exchange for one additional action point on this turn. So you can make it deal more damage if you have the extra points for it.
And then fast just means I have less chance to dodge or parry.
That's right. Yeah. So he's gonna take one more shot at you. So he like fumbles the quarrel in, like racks the shot, gets it up, and as you're like turning to run at him, he squeezes the handle, and the quarrel leaps from the bow. Now this time,
is there a loading?
No, not on this weapon.
Okay.
2 AP to load.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So he's gonna use the 2 AP to load it, and then fire it at you. So, okay. All right. So this time he's only got a 45% chance to hit you. Let's see if I do it. 85. Nope. This shot goes wide. Hits the wall next to it. And that's his turn, right? 2 to reload, 1 to shoot. And he looks at you like, shit. Mr. Bolvadier and Vander, you need to work out which of the two of you is first. Who's got the higher initiative bonus?
My initiative bonus is 9.
You know what? I did it wrong. I actually do have 18.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you'll go next. I'm going to just set you to 17 just to help us figure it out. Okay.
It's easiest. I love it. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Bolvadier. Lucia is blocking the door. You could squeeze past her if you wanted to, but yeah, she's blocking the door. She just got shot and then shot at again.
I would like to, and we're like, she's in the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. She basically, she pushed the bar, the door open to the bar, got shot in the leg, and this guy loaded another shot and is like, now like, what am I going to do?
Okay. I try like to gently like carry or like pull Lucia back into the bar. And then I open the door and be, Clifford, go! And I send the dog. The dog it's a war dog, so it's definitely like almost as tall as if it is. Yeah, for sure.
I want to know what like dog fighting ring operator you bought Clifford from. Like, just see this suddenly out of nowhere, this dog just like, just like rush out into the street. Okay, yeah. So you release the hound from the fleet in Flintlock. And and he rushes towards you. So I think they're actually like there's stats in the book for like dogs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I have not looked this one up. So.
Yeah, this will be. I don't know if it's in the main one, but it'll be in the or in the player's handbook. But it's definitely in the big book. Let me see if I can find it.
How much did it cost to get
a hunting dog?
8
gold coins, and then an additional 3 to train it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right, okay.
And in about 25 minutes or so, it'll be dead. Just wait.
No, my dog.
My dog. Okay.
I could have bought a stable dog.
Let me see here. Bestiary. Okay.
This dog is unstable. It's gonna fall
Let's
to
see
pieces
here.
right now.
Higher demons, lower demons, hell beasts, animals. There we go. Okay, a large animal. Let's see if it has specific stats. Large insect, small animal. I think it's okay. It's a large animal then. Elks, horses, war dogs, gray wolves. I think this qualifies. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Well, why don't you roll now that you've given him the command of like go and kill the counter-revolutionary with your teeth? Why don't you roll initiative for Clifford?
Absolutely.
And we'll throw him in here.
So that's just another D10, and then I'll write this down.
Clifford's
later,
So Clifford's initiative is 8, a plus 8.
Oh, okay. Cool. So a D10 plus 8. We got 13.
13. Okay, perfect. All right, so Clifford will get to go on 13. So yeah, Lucia, the dog nobody knew Mr. Belvedere had, just starts barking and like rushes past you out into the street. And the guy with the crossbow is like, ah, and just starts screaming as this huge dog comes rushing towards him. Mr. Belvedere, you still have 2 AP, so do you want to hang on to them to dodge? Do you want to move? What do you want to do?
Would it cost AP to pull, like, or is that like an action itself to like pull Lucia into safety?
Don't pull me anywhere.
Lucia would fight you, I'm almost certain.
Then I will then I'd move to the side and use 1 AP to throw my shepherd sling at this guy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what do you do this? You want to do this by like one of the, again, the windows are they're just glass. You can't raise or lower them, I don't think. So probably, you don't really have a good clear shot at this guy.
I think I would have to try squeeze by Lucy and get out into the street, that's fine. That's okay.
If you spend both of your points, you can move from here to the stairs and from the stairs upstairs. And then you could try to get to an upper window, maybe, if you want to try to do that. But that'll take, the rest of this turn and then some of the next one.
No, I'll just step out into the courtyard. Whatever happens, happens.
So you want to go past Lucia out into the street? Okay. Yeah. All right. So it hasn't been loud enough, violent enough, or bloody enough to like disturb the regular traffic outside, but it will soon. So you push past Lucia and you see this guy and he's got his crossbow and he's lowering it, like trying to decide what to do. So it's 1 AP to get out past Lucia. You got 1 AP left.
And then I'll use the final AP to do the shepherd sling guy.
Is there a loading number on the sling? Do you need to, because you will have to load it. You have to put a stone in it.
Let me check. Then I'll just load a stone into it.
Yeah, if it's got load 1, you can just come running out, putting a stone into the sling. But if it doesn't have load, you can just fire the shot now. I just don't have the weapon table handy because I'm looking at large animal instead.
What is this that you have?
A sling.
The shepherd sling. It's a simple ranged. Load is 1 AP.
There you go. So so Mr. Belvedere, you point. The dog goes running out into the street. Ironically, these guys have a talent called Dogs of War. So you send the dog running out. You put a rock in your sling and start spinning it and run outside. Okay, perfect. Cool. All right, Vander, shit's popping off. What do you want to do?
Getting shot with a crossbow is a really bad time.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen to me. And I don't actually have good ways of fighting people. So I probably got to run out, though, just on principle. I think that's what I got to do. So
it's not a bad idea. Let me tell you what.
I think she's yelling like, Belvedere, get back here. What are you doing? Like, and like pushes past Lucia, like assuming that she's fine.
Yeah, and so outside there's basic street chaos, and then there's the guy with the crossbow and the mask. And he looks like he's getting ready to bolt, either back into the crowd before it disperses or run into an alley or something. You can see him. So it'd be 1 AP to get outside. So Lucia, everybody's pushing past you while you're like, I got trying to get your shit together.
I mean, it's a matter of seconds. My shit will be together.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
How far away is this person? Sorry, in terms of
1 more AP would get you like right up to him. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I'll just throw a knife at him.
Seems good.
I have. I just bust out, like reach into my belt.
Well, and he used all his AP to load the crossbow and fire it again, so he can't dodge. So you'll just get a shot on him.
There, gobsmacked. Yeah. Okay. Let's give it the old college try.
Yeah. Point blank, and he still couldn't take Lucia down. Okay. So you're gonna huck a knife at him?
Yes.
Okay.
I do not seem to have hit.
No, you definitely did not.
However, Adam.
Yes.
I will spend a token.
I love it when you do.
Reroll.
Okay.
That's a bad It's time.
The knife tumbles through the air. Still no.
Still goes wide,
Still
kills
goes
a
wide.
peasant. You know.
Somebody falls over.
It's like,
Wilhelm, my husband.
He had the most famous scream in all the land.
Oh, that I will never hear my beloved Wilhelm scream for me again. Yeah, so you fling your knife accidentally into the crowd. Somebody screams.
My leg.
Yeah, and this guy is unwounded. You have 1 AP left, unless you want to hold it to dodge or parry.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Okay, all right. Dawn.
okay.
Everybody's things are happening.
Yeah, Lucy's on the ground.
I'm not on the
so-
ground. I'm
Oh,
standing.
sorry. I was too distracted by the dog running out. I didn't notice. Yeah.
Unless you're
Like, what are
literally
Mr.
looking
Golden
down at my leg, I've just have like 1 crossbow bolt sticking out of my leg. I'm
Yeah.
not like
You're good.
I'm fine.
So I want to get outside to see this person. Does that gonna cost?
It'll
me
cost you
to
1
get-
of your 3 AP, yeah, to get
Okay.
get eyes on him.
So
Get past
that-
everybody gets past Lucia as Lucia's just jostled back and
Okay.
forth.
I was gonna try to inspire you, but I need this AP to get past you. So I'm gonna get past her.
Okay.
Do I have eyes on the person shooting?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so then you see Dawn reach into one of the satchels or whatever, and she's bringing out. It looks like she's rubbing lotion on her hands
Uh-huh.
and just like staring at this person, and just like
Creepy.
very much. Yeah, it's very creepy. And I'm gonna cast. So I'm using 1 AP to cast this, and I'm gonna channel it at 2, and I'm gonna do it. I'll just channel it once.
Mhm.
I'm casting Cack-handed Grasp.
Nice.
So let's see if I can actually do this. So generalist magic. gets
Nobody
10%.
better lay a finger on my butterfingers.
So anyway, 10% is the routine. Do I need to adjust or anything, or are you okay with just it being 10%?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Rolling incantation. Situational modifier is not oops. It's 10. Come on.
One of the modifiers is oops.
Oops. Work. God damn it. I want to see if this works.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
Nope.
I swear to God, I'm not just lotioning myself, everybody.
I walk out and I rub lotion all over
I
myself.
want to use one of these fate.
Yeah, use one of our fortune points. Okay.
No longer make it a Masood thing.
That's
Yeah.
right. Everybody
I
use
just
those
want to
points.
cast these spells.
Okay.
So I didn't actually add the channel to that, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But I'll do it again, and then I'm gonna actually use my channeling.
Yeah.
So that brings me to 20. Submit.
Oh, so
Ooh.
close.
God.
You have 74. Okay.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh, I
So
see. There
So
we go.
close. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Got it.
my God. So I'll let you know what Cack-handed does.
Mhm.
After successfully casting spell, one foe instantly drops whatever is in their hands onto the ground just outside of easy reach.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I like how it specifies, so it's not like, yeah, I just dropped it at my feet. I bend over and I pick it up.
It's just outside of easy reach.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So what does that look like? Does the guy just go like, and there's like
Yeah,
a
it's like
comedic
all-
trumpet beat, and then the thing falls down, or?
It's like his hands start just like beating up with grease and oil. And it's like, yeah. And he just drops it.
Okay, cool. He
Yeah.
the crossbow just squirts out of his grasp and tumbles to the ground. And he looks at it like, huh. And this is the telling point. When he does that, right? He looks behind him as if to like apologetically be like, I didn't mean to drop it. And he like looks at somebody else in the crowd that you didn't even know was there. There's somebody else around that he looks at like, what do I do now? I don't have my crossbow.
Adam.
Yeah.
With my held action point, can I scrut the individual to whom he is looking?
Yes, I believe
Yeah.
it's awareness to search
Yes.
out a target.
I'm sure it would be.
Yeah, and you don't need to
awareness,
use your action point for that. Now that you've got the like chance to look, I'll let you just make the roll.
but- Okay.
So you're searching the crowd.
Good luck to me.
Indeed. You could always use a Masood point if you fail.
Oh my
Hey.
God. No. No. Hey. No need.
Success.
You don't need it. So you got it. 41. Okay. So within this scene, we get to play a quick game of Where's Wilhelm? There's at least 2, maybe 3 more people that all exchange glances when he looks back. One of them is standing on a balcony up above, And when that person looks up, you notice that sitting on the ground next to them, there are 3 glass bottles, mostly full of some kind of fluid, with rags stuffed in the top of them.
Huh.
So there's like 2 more down here, and then 1 up there with these bottles.
And so Vander says like Belvedere, and she like kind of grabs at his like front of his coat or whatever,
His
and then
frock
like
coat.
comes out that
It's like, okay, just like.
Okay. All right, and that was all your AP done?
Yes. Yeah. I'm done. That was all 3. Because
Okay.
I channeled. I don't know when you want me to roll chaos dice, but I can keep track of that.
Oh, that's right. I think we should do. It's supposed to happen right away, right?
Is it, I believe so. 'Cause I channeled, and it's after magic, see what chaos thing triggers. So
Yeah. What
1d6.
page is that on? I just want to follow along.
I can't remember because it was in the GM section. Oh, you're asking for this channel power?
Well, I just want to see what the results. What is it called? Chaos mishaps.
Channel power, and it's called chaos manifestation. So-
Manifestation. That's what I
yeah.
was looking for. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I just I got to look it up in the. There we go. Chaos manifestations. Thank goodness for bold text. Okay. So, oh no, this is just the describing what it is. I want some chaos. Give it to me.
Yeah, the
Nah.
last time we were doing it, it was in some chart that I could. Okay.
I think I might, if I'm smart, I would have just added the chart myself, but I'm
You
not.
said you didn't need it.
I wonder why. Let me
I
look.
know.
Let's look at it again. You potentially invoke a chaos manifestation. Randomly determined. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm not sure where it is off the top of my head, but we'll find it
Okay.
sometime. If you want to go look for it, and we'll figure it out on your next
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
Okay. So, Lucia, what are you doing with your turn? You got 3 action points.
If I knew that there were lots of other people around, it might make me. It's on page 398 of the text.
Thank you.
By the way, it might make me not want to do this, but I'm gonna anyway because I'm really mad. I am going to charge at this fellow.
Okay.
Which is 2 AP, and then I'm going to melee attack him
Okay.
at the end of my charge.
Walk us through that. So, what does charging do?
Charge it. I have 2 times movement, so I can go from where I am if he's within.
You started off the closest to him, so yes, you can charge towards him.
And then it adds another 1d6 fury die to damage if I hit.
Nice. Okay.
So then when I charge, I assume I will become engaged with him, like you said, he's close enough, and then I will roll my weapon.
Yep.
And add so it's going to be 2d6 fury die if
you hit. Yeah.
So I will cudgel him in his face.
Yeah. I like that you're just charging in with no hope to parry. You're just like,
No.
I'm gonna just use all my action points to pummel him. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, go for it. Oof.
Ugh.
Nope.
I'm going to use one of the misfortune die.
Yeah, you use one of these fortune points. Okay.
The fortune or misfortune point. Yeah, because
Mhm.
hopefully
They're Masood points now, so that's
I'm
fine.
gonna use
No,
one of
you
my
said
suited
misfortune.
points.
You said misfortune. I was so happy.
I succeed this
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, well done.
time. Okay, so it rolled automatically with 1 fury die, so I will add another one.
Yep, you get to make one more.
Okay, so he takes 11, I think, damage.
Okay.
And then he has to make a toughness.
Now he's first of all, hold on, he's got leather armor, so that reduces it by an amount, right? Like by the armor amount.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that brings it down to 9 damage instead. And,
leather armor. I'm fancy.
I mean, he's an assassin.
I'm an assassin.
Fuck off. So he has a. He didn't have any points, so he just takes the hit for 9. Where is his damage threshold? Okay, so it is 1 above his regular damage threshold. So he's now whatever the first one is, lightly wounded.
Yes, lightly wounded.
Okay.
And then he has to make a toughness test, I think. Yes.
Or
he has
what?
to- Immediately after striking an engaged foe, weapons of this quality force a foe to resist with toughness or be shoved out of the engagement. So
so yeah, just get knocked back. Okay.
Yeah.
Toughness. Toughness is just a skill, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it's based on bronze, so he's got a 60% chance. Here we go. And he gets a 95. So no, he is shoved back. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you slam into him, you deal him an injury. We hear the crunch of bone as he's and like staggers back. And you see him reaching for a sword. He has a sword and a sheath on his hip. So he's like reaching for that to fight back.
Okay.
Okay. And that's all your stuff?
That's all I have. Yep.
Okay. Mr. Belvedere, Masood, did you like to roll for Clifford?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay.
Clifford is gonna make a similar move of charging at the one with a just charge him.
Run up and attack. Okay, so same. Clifford has a 50% chance to hit with a bite attack.
Okay.
So yeah, just roll a d100 and
we'll see how it goes. Let me pull up the chat menu so I can see instantaneous. 51. No.
Oh, so close.
So close.
Okay, so Lucia, you shove this guy back, and then this dark brown blur just throws itself on this guy, and there's barking, and he's just like and like shouts, and the dog is jumping up on him trying to bite him, and he jams one of his like leather gauntlets like in his jaws, and Clifford is trying to bite him, and there's a hole, so they're all tangled up now. Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, so the assassins. The one you and Mr. Belvedere noticed upstairs, I don't think there's any reason to roll because all of this is happening. It's not really an attack. So he reaches down, grabs one of those bottles, lights the rag off of a candle that is sitting nearby, and throws it, but he doesn't throw it at any of you. He throws it through an open window upstairs. We hear it shatter, and smoke starts to come billowing out of the...
right, because they also have beef over all of the hounds that would...
That's right. So yeah, a fire starts on the second floor.
They have come to kill his moose head.
So yeah, he just throws the bomb through the window and...
The place where you wanted me to wait and take range shots at him?
Yes, that exact place. Yeah, thank you for noticing that. If you had taken that bait, then this would have been in the room you were in. Absolutely. Yeah, so the fire starts upstairs, and that's gonna get worse before it gets better. The one downstairs with the sword is going to attempt to stab Mr. Belvedere's dog. Dawn, do you want to roll before we do all this? You want to roll your chaos manifestation?
Sure. So I didn't have it in my player's core book, the thing. So
yeah, I'm gonna make a screenshot of it.
It's a D100.
No, it's.
I have to roll it.
You roll a D6 first.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
So I'm fine.
Yeah.
If I rolled a 1 or 6, I personally would have been in bad shape because normally it's a 6, but because of being a cultist, 1 also. But phew.
Yep. Okay. All right. So let's attack the dog here. So I think he's gonna do like a combat maneuver first. So let's see what my options are.
Like a perilous stunt or
like a melee attack and then some other kind of thing. Maybe he's just trying to knock the dog out. But yeah, let's start with an attack. We'll just do a melee attack first and see how that goes. So
is there any amount of time it takes to draw a weapon?
I don't think so. I didn't see it on the list. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see it on there anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe there is, but yeah, I can't. It's not in the combat actions table. So, yeah. So he's got his sword in his hand. He has a shield on his back, but he can't get at it right now because there's this dog trying to like kill him. So he's got a 55% chance to hit the dog with the sword. He gets an 89. I'm gonna re-roll with one of these misfortune points.
No.
I get an 84.
Yes!
Okay.
Not gonna happen.
He's just trying to hit the dog, and the dog's like, slavering all over him, jumping up on him. He's shouting. He's going to try to, I guess, with the butt of the sword, he's going to try to hit the dog in the head and, like, stun it. So Masood, can you? Well, let me see if I succeed first. So it's an athletics test.
Right.
So I got a 60% chance. Okay, so now you need for the dog, you need to make a
Toughness test?
It's toughness. Yeah, I have to find the animal. The thing is I have to keep referring to the page because I don't have the stat block separate, but I will for the next episode.
Cool. Is
large,
that just another D100 roll?
He's a large animal. Yes. And you have a, what did I say it was? Resist toughness or be stunned. So the toughness of this dog is, what's toughness based on? Brawn?
Yes.
55%.
Cool. Let's shoot under 55.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. So he can't stab the dog, maybe because the sword is too long and the dog is like up in his face. So he tries to stab it, can't do it, and then just starts bashing it in the snout with the handle. So your dog has one less action point next turn.
Okay.
And then he's gonna save his last one to try to parry or whatever the dog. And then I think, God, everybody's just like out in the open. Lucia, one of the other dudes with a crossbow is gonna shoot you. So you're starting to connect now. Like you see somebody reaching down into their collar and pulling up a mask as they raise a crossbow and fire it at you.
Okay.
So let's roll. You don't have any AP for dodging, right?
No, I just fucking ran at him wholeheartedly.
Okay, so
One might say because of my chaos alignment, which is hatred.
aim and shoot, and then these guys are smart. They're gonna save a thing. So 55 or lower. Lucia gets hit. 42.
Ooh.
Okay, so Lucia, you get hit with another bolt. We're gonna roll a d6. We're gonna add 6 to this. So you take another 8.
Okay, so is this starting my condition track over again?
No, you bump. If it's one more, it's one more, right? You bump down the track.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, wounded.
It's more than 5, but less than 11. So you take one more wound.
Okay, so I go to seriously wounded.
Yes. And now you got to roll again.
And then I roll. Do I roll 2d6 this time?
Yeah, I think it's 1, 2, and 3.
I'm just trying to see where all this is. Okay, here we go.
Lucy's getting punk, punk, punk.
Okay.
But
when the
but
damage
if it
condition drops to seriously wounded, roll 2d6. If the result shows 1 or more, face 6, except for a serious injury. Okay.
Yeah. Now you can't receive a serious injury. You'll get a moderate injury instead because these weapons are weak.
Okay.
Yeah, but you still got to roll to resist the same level of wound.
Okay, so it does because I was already injured. Now it just goes. I'm not seeing where it goes from.
So if you take any more wounds, you just think of it as not as adding to the end, but adding to the bottom and pushing everything else up. Right? It just makes everything worse.
Right.
Yeah. So you would take another light wound, but it just shoves everything down.
Yeah.
So roll 2d6.
No 6s.
Okay. So you don't take a wound. That's good. You're not going to last very long if you keep dealing with this. You're going to go straight from no wounds to being dead. But you now have 2 crossbow bolts sticking out of you. And then this guy is going to use his other one to dodge or parry. And then there's one more guy in the crowd, and I think he is going to.
How many fuckers are around here?
There's 3 on the ground, 1 upstairs, and the one on the ground I think is going to shoot at Mr. Belvedere. So Mr. Belvedere, same thing, 55. Or lower, you get tagged. I got a 31.
Got tagged.
Okay, so damage for Mr. Belvedere is d6 plus 6. Ooh, let me roll that d6 again. Okay, so 16 damage, Mr. Belvedere.
Cool.
So the way to check this is on the sheet. I'm gonna mess with your sheet for a second, Masood. So if it jumps to another page, that's why. Okay, so you have a damage threshold of 7. You just took, what did I say, 16?
16.
Okay, so it's between your second and third thresholds. So you're gonna go from unarmed to light to moderate.
Cool.
Oh, you get to roll 1d6. Fucking do it.
And then roll a
Let's
d6.
do it.
Yeah, in here.
And I want to avoid.
Don't get a 6. A 6 is bad.
Right, exactly. Let's see, a d6. Boom. 2.
Okay, so you're all right. I mean, you're all right, except that you just got shot. So yeah, I think it hits you in the chest. Thunk. And yeah, searing pain suddenly just below your collarbone, and then the assassin like readies for a counterattack. Mr. Bolvidier, it is your
I
turn.
actually have, I believe, part of the thing is it's a warm vest, not a leather vest.
It's a warm vest with a hole in it now.
With a hole.
So you don't have to continue as long as your dog. So your dog is going to attack and kill this guy, and will continue to mangle his corpse until you summon him on another guy. But for now, he's fighting this guy, so you don't have to recommand him. You have all 3 of your action points.
Then I'm gonna take 1 to. Because it's 2.
You got your sling loaded. You can.
I've got my load. I can throw it.
You might as well sling it. It's loaded.
Well, here's
you
the
can
question.
aim first if you want, and then sling.
Do I want to use 2
So
AP
you can
to
use-
take aim, or do I want to use 1 to like?
I
That's
would
right.
say because of the situation, it's probably more wise to save 1 AP to
hide.
dodge.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna take that advice, and I'm gonna use 1 to take aim to give me a plus 10 chance on the range attack on the man in the balcony.
Okay.
So I would mark this
John
as-
Wilkes bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get 10 for each aim, 1 or 2, and then yeah, go ahead and roll accordingly.
Roll a shepherd sling.
Mhm.
Situational modifier would be 10.
Yeah, if you're aiming for 1.
Mhm. You
Okay,
gotta-
you hit and you deal 14 damage. Oh, damn. Okay,
It
so
is, fast and throwing. So yeah,
let's see. So upstairs guy. This is downstairs 1.
I'm down to 19 stones, guys.
Oh my god.
I bought 20. I'm keeping track. Yeah.
Okay, downstairs. Now, when people think of when we say sling stones and stuff, we often think like, oh, little chicken stones, little pebbles, right? But they're baseball-sized rocks. Like getting hit with a sling is fucking it's not good. It hurts real bad. So yeah, you whip it around your head a couple of times and then snap the end of the sling. The rock flies towards the guy. This is the guy upstairs, right?
Yeah, the guy upstairs.
Okay.
I mean, ideally, yeah. Never mind.
Okay. So you deal him 14, which is it's 2 wounds. Okay. So you want to roll a d6?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Get a 6.
Now you want a
Yeah,
6.
Get a
Get a
6.
6.
Rolling the die. I believe in you. Roll 20. We still rolling.
God damn it. It's just a
We're still
d6.
rolling.
You can do it. Come on. Give me that d6. You're killing me. You're killing me, Masood.
If I press it another time.
There it is.
Ah,
Okay, you got
there
3.
it is.
All right.
I got a
So he's hurt, but not.
the second one would have been.
That's all right. Okay.
Delay.
It's all
All right,
right.
and you're gonna save your last point for parrying or dodging. Is that the plan, or do you want to do something else? You have 1 more action point.
Yeah. I think.
I mean, with the amount of damage that I've taken, I would do it. I would dodge.
No, that makes sense. And I just got hit
There's
with
3
a crossbow.
people
Yeah.
that could potentially hit you with the crossbow.
For
These
sure.
guys are pretty much done with the crossbows because you can also use your thing to reload your sling.
Yeah.
Reach into your pouch and put another rock in there.
I will actually load again. I'll just load another stone into my sling.
Okay.
And I'll take the chance I'll get hit. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Vander, it is your turn. You see all this going on. There's a dog attacking a guy, and there's a crossbow on the ground, and there's 2 guys with crossbows, and there's a guy up there throwing bombs at the hotel.
Yeah. I kind of just want to like throw a rock or something at one of the remaining bottles on the balcony.
Oh, nice.
Just to
Yeah.
like deprive them of the ability to throw.
So
a
if you had a
secondary
bottle
at
bomb
us.
of your own and you threw it up there, you could probably just blow up the whole balcony because it would blow up the other 2 bombs.
Wouldn't
That's
that
true.
be exciting?
Can I give you my bottle bomb? I have one. As a servant, you just get one.
I think you'd have to prepare it before
would
you're
be-
ready
that
to
would be
throw
an
it.
action,
Like
for
you
sure,
wouldn't
yeah.
walk around with it just like ready because it's an oil-soaked rag in your
Do you have-
backpack.
I walk around with a grenade. The pin is pulled.
It's already full. I just wedged something into it in my pocket so that I'm ready at any minute.
How's your
I
Monday
mean-
going? Yeah.
Do you have anything ranged that could just like break them?
Yeah, like a rock. There's rocks on the
Yeah,
ground.
like
and
you can
stuff.
just pick up a rock and throw it, right?
Yep.
So I think that is what I will do.
Okay.
I'll use a improvised ranged weapon.
Yes.
A rock, the classic, or like a piece of trash. It doesn't really matter.
Piece of hard garbage.
Yeah, exactly. And just wing it at one of the remaining bottles.
which is
try to knock it over.
ironically also my sexuality. Hard garbage.
Hard.
roll your attack, and if you they're close enough together.
See, this is like the game at the fair, right? If
can you hit both of them with one throw? I think you'll get one if you hit. If you manage to get a match, you'll hit both.
Okay, that seems fair and unlikely.
Yeah, because then you're hitting right between them, and they both smack.
So 1 AP to just like grab something off the ground, and then I chuck it.
Yep.
Pummeling, slow throwing. Okay, that all makes sense. I can just roll my throwing knives again, and the damage doesn't matter, etc. To hit is the same, so I'm just
sure.
gonna hit it.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Okay,
Success.
so you hit.
No problem.
So you throw it up there. It splashes. Obviously, there's no gasoline, so these aren't gasoline bombs. So it would be like kerosene, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's still pretty volatile.
It splashes all over his legs, and the balcony's dripping off the balcony, and it throws kerosene all over the place. Yeah.
Good. Try lighting your other one on fire, my dude.
And now you have one more AP. Do you want to hang on to it, or
I'll hang on to it to dodge. I imagine her being like kind of close to the building still, trying to not just be like, I'm in the middle of the fucking road getting shot. Like, hit me right here, please.
Yeah, and it's clear now that there's some kind of fight going on, and so people are starting to be like, we are going to go elsewhere. Let's get the hell out of here. Which the assassins are probably, at least a few of them are going to try to slip away. So,
well, I saw their faces, and Mr. Belvedere has a good memory, and so between the two of us,
he looked,
and
he
one
had
of
the face
them
of a man with a nose.
Pulled the bandana up while he was loading, so we actually got to look.
So there'll be a test later to see if you got if you had line of sight on him. But definitely.
Cool.
Okay, all right. So Vander, you're gonna hang on to that other point in case he counter throws something like a bomb at you.
That could happen.
Yeah, it could. Definitely.
Everyone's a critic. You throw an apple at a musician on stage, and then they throw a guitar at you.
Okay, Dawn, would you like to use your AP? So there's a big fight happening in the street now. Lucia's getting shot. She looks like Saint Sebastian. Mr. Belvedere got shot. Everything's...
Yeah, this is very...
Everybody's dweller within is trying to escape through the tiny holes that are being made in their body.
No, get back in there. So remind me what the situation, like, who is where, essentially, like our enemies?
A man is being attacked by an enormous dog. Several paces back from him and his dog is Lucia, who has been shot twice. Mr. Belvedere is out in the street in the general vicinity. There's some room around him because he's clearly part of this, and he's got a sling going around. He's attacked some people. That's going on.
Yeah.
There are two other assassins, both of whom you can currently see, but who are looking around like, I am going to get out of here right quick. And then there's the one assassin upstairs who is looking down at his kerosene-soaked trousers, thinking about his life and what to do with it.
So with 1 AP, I would like to cast Shut Eye, and I'm going to use my cultist ability to just automatically succeed on that incantation roll.
Excellent.
So he just drops, is knocked prone. He can do
which one?
Which guy?
The one of the ones that's like looking. Is there one on you, Lucy?
There's one that's being attacked by a dog, which is the closest to being engaged with me, but then there are two in the crowd.
If you knock that guy out, it's going to be a very short sleep.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the one of them that is.
Yeah, one of the guys is going to try to slip away or whatever.
Try to slip away because maybe we can take him for interrogation. That's her thought. Okay, so then with the guy that's up, soaked in kerosene, how high up is he? I'm 9 foot tall.
If you crouch and then jump up, you should probably be able to grab the bottom of the balcony and pull yourself up.
Well,
But he might stab you in the face while you're trying to do
that's not what's happening. So
or drop a bomb on you.
So I don't know if it's gonna take AP to get there or what this situation is. But
let's I'm gonna talk me through what you want to do, and then we can talk about moving and all that.
Basically, Dawn she bought when we did our little shopping spree, got rot gut. And so she's going to use her ogre trait of rot gut spray to do a bomb. And so basically, if she can get there before she like starts drinking this whole bottle, she's just like, "Forgive me, dweller."
Okay.
For the sin that I am about to commit.
So what do you want to do? You want to flamethrower? It's fire, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you want to shoot the guy upstairs on the.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Treat this breath as a bottle bomb.
Yeah. So I think
But I have to make a toughness test.
I think it'll cost you an AP to like. You gotta hustle, but that'll get you close enough. That's 1 AP.
Okay.
And then another one to like take the bottle out, pull the cork, spit it out, and drink it. And then your 3rd AP to like blast the thing.
So I already cast. Are we counting that first one as using AP? Because I did it instant. Like
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the intent
uses the AP.
I'm not sure if the intent is to roll the drinking of this stuff into. Does it cost 1 AP to use your ability?
No. I was.
It doesn't
asking,
say it costs AP to use rocket spray. It just says that if you consume it, you can belch it up as flaming
Oh,
drugs.
so it's not like a special ability or anything. But okay,
It's
so it will be
treated as a bottle bomb.
It will be one to drink it.
Okay.
Right. 1 to get close enough to shoot it.
Okay.
And then you have and I think the drinking and the barfing it up is all one thing. I think that's
okay.
fine.
Great.
And then you have 1 more AP, which you're using to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to make a toughness test right now too to make sure I don't get drunk.
Yeah, let's do it in order. So what's the first thing you want to do?
So first off was casting the spell instantaneously to put that one guy to sleep.
Now, is there a resistance roll or is
yes,
he just
he can resist with an awareness test.
cute? Okay. All right. So he's got a 50% chance to resist.
If this happens.
He does not. Right.
Thank
Got
God.
over. So one of the 2 guys, right? We see him pulling his mask up like, I'm going to get out of. He just falls over and just is on the ground now. So yeah, he's asleep.
Okay. Great.
Do you need to make a chaos die roll for that? Is it whenever you incantate?
I guess.
No, it's when, isn't it? It's not when you incant, it's when you channel, right?
Yeah, it's when I channel.
So you didn't
I
channel.
didn't channel.
Okay.
Mm-mm. But I go down 1 on the peril track because I just successfully
That's right.
did that.
Okay.
Okay. So there's that. So then she turns her attention towards the guy up who's soaked in kerosene and hustles over there while pulling a bottle and downing and kind of doing like oh God, this is going to be a bad time for me. And then gets up to him and just lets out that weird, like giant mouth, opens her giant mouth and just.
And it's
Bottle
like,
bomb.
fire and like bile and spit. And it's a big gross flamethrower.
All those eggs I ate earlier.
Oh no. All right. So a bottle bomb, I think he has to make a check.
Yeah, he has to make a coordination test if it succeeds on hitting him.
Okay. Well, he's soaked in kerosene. And there's another
Sounds
bomb
like a
there.
situational modifier.
That's a massive situational modifier. Yeah. So sorry,
So
Blue Jay, what was the test?
Because this is being treated as a bottle bomb, is there aiming involved?
Normally, I think there would be, but like he's a big target and there's kerosene everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're also
it's a
belching.
coordination test.
Yeah.
For him? Okay.
After a foe is struck with a weapon, they must succeed at a coordination test or be set on fire.
Okay, so normally he'd have 55 to do it, but I'm gonna penalize him fairly significantly
For being covered in kerosene.
Yeah, let's bring that down to 35. Okay, so 36 or higher, and he bursts into flames. Sure does.
Yes.
Oh, and it's a match too, so it's not good. So again, and I know we thought Wilhelm was dead. We hear the Wilhelm scream, and it's still Wilhelm lying on the ground with a knife in his leg, like, ah! But yeah, this guy bursts into flames. There's another explosion. Shards of glass and wood from the banister get thrown into the crowd. He falls, burning, onto the street and lies there on fire. And the other building is now on fire too. So the outside, the curtains behind him burst into flames. And you can see the fire like crawling up the side of that building as well. So now there's fires on both sides of the street.
Medieval cities are famously good at not burning
Yeah,
down.
they're really, really good at not burning down. Yeah, we've actually gotten worse at building fireproof.
So
buildings.
is this a mildly dangerous, moderately dangerous, or seriously dangerous fire?
Right now, it is a whatever
No,
the
I mean,
lowest one is. He's
The
dead.
one on-
He
oh,
dies.
he's dead.
He falls and he breaks his neck. He is dead. Yes.
Oh, okay. He broke
Yeah.
his neck. That's what killed him, not being on fire.
Yeah, no, falling and breaking his neck. He's toast. There's no point in tracking him being on fire. He's dead.
Okay. That was my question. I looked up the fire things.
Yeah.
No,
So
Adam, there is, because if we want to sell his corpse, it has to be
Yes. Monty's very particular.
Monty doesn't want crispy corpses.
No.
So yeah, both sides of the street now. And remember, all the streets, when we talk about a street, I don't mean like 2 lanes, 2 sidewalks on a bike lane. Like they're jammed pretty fucking close together. And so there's, smoke rising from the second floors of both of these buildings. Somebody in the crowd shouts fire, which all the murder and the dogs and all that stuff, no big deal. Screaming fire, everybody starts to panic, right? And so they're running, people are shoving each other. The street has turned into chaos, and in the middle of it, there's you and this dog, and there's all this shit going on. So, Lucia, it is your turn.
So one of the fellow that shot me with the first crossbow, he's punching
Mr. Belvedere's dog in the face.
Okay.
Trying to keep the dog from biting him. Yeah.
And then there's one that's sleeping.
There is a man laying on his face over there. I don't know if you knew that Don did that or not. He passed out and he's just laying there. That's true.
Okay.
And there's one more?
There's one more, and he's got his crossbow, and he's going to decide on his turn what he wants to do.
Okay. I feel like go after the one that doesn't have the dog on it.
To Chat's point, there is a fairly significant danger that the unconscious guy is going to get trampled.
Right. Yeah, because we kind of want to be able to like potentially question him, which is why you put him out in the first place. I don't know. You've used your sleeping magic before. Would I know whether or not like touching or moving or like jostling them wakes them up? Like,
I think I don't. I'm just gonna read it really quick.
Yeah.
I don't think it says anything about afterwards. So
I think he's just asleep. Like he'll wake up if you slap him or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like awareness test to keep seeing if he keeps waking up again. I can look to see further in the book, but
he's out now. Yeah, and Lucia, you know that that Don can knock people out, but you don't know any more detail than that. You don't have the right skills.
I feel like she's so angry that she's just gonna go up to the closest guy and just try and hit him as hard as she can.
The guy that's being attacked by the dog?
Yeah. Because he's distracted by the dog in his face.
Yeah, sure.
So that's beneficial to me, right?
Yeah. You shoved him back far enough you can charge him again if you want to do the charge attack.
I don't think I want to do the charge attack. Just because I've been shot twice already and I would like at least a chance to maybe not get shot again.
Okay.
So I think I'm just going to like
engage,
menacingly move toward him, like looking like I've got blood dripping down and like swelling in my clothes, and then like grin at him as he's like got his arm in the dog's mouth, and then holds the cudgel back and just
cool. So you move to engage, you attack,
and then I melee attack. Yes.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Roll that cudgel. Do I get any kind of situational modifier because he is still fighting the dog?
Nope.
Okay. I did not succeed. Can I use another one of our fortune points?
We got 2.
All right, let's fucking go.
All right.
Do it.
Hit him this time.
I will try. I get an 11, a match, and I hit him.
Okay, so
what means I don't use the AP, but let me check really quick.
Yeah, check on that.
On what that does. Okay. Hold weapon. Match. Some attacks allow an attacker to trigger a special effect when they roll a critical success. Where an attacker rolls a critical success to strike with an attack or perilous stunt, the defender is left defenseless to it. This means that they cannot counterspell magic effects, parry, melee, dodge, range, damage, resist.
So you just can't avoid it. Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's just that he can't.
Okay. All right. And
it could have been so much cooler.
You
but
deal a D10, or you deal 10 damage, which is 1 more wound for him. Okay. Do you want to roll a D6?
Sure. A 6.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So let's roll an injury for him. So it is a moderate injury.
Okay.
So you bring the cudgel down. Roll a d100.
Moderate's the highest a weak weapon can deal. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
And-
It's moderate than serious. So you can still do serious, but this
Oh,
isn't.
okay.
This
So
isn't a serious wound.
Okay. So I'm
roll a D100.
rolling
Yeah. If you get a 93 to 100, you roll on the worst table. The next one. Okay.
24.
Bruised ribs until fully recuperated. Reduce your encumbrance by 3. So you smash his ribs with your cudgel, and he shouts in pain. You can't grab his ribs because he's got a dog and a sword. Yeah, and you feel like a crunch. He probably coughs up a bunch of blood. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to save 1 AP to potentially dodge or parry.
Okay. All right. Masood, would you like to roll for Clifford?
I would love to roll for Clifford.
Okay, so
Still a 55 chance?
Clifford's engaged now. So yeah, I think you could try a takedown first.
I thought I saw subdue, but that might be too complicated for.
There's knockout, but he has to be defenseless or surprised.
Gotcha.
He is defenseless.
No, he's defenseless against your attack. They're very different. The dog could try to disarm him. The dog could get him in a chokehold.
No, the dog cannot.
I mean, he could bite his throat, right?
Yeah.
But melee attack is also an option just to try to bite him.
I would say knockout.
Yeah, I'm trying to like.
Oh no, but they're not. Sorry,
yeah, he's not defenseless. Chokehold could like cause him physical peril. But I think the dog's just trying to bite him, right?
Let's just kill this one. And
I'll take a
drag the other
takedown.
one back.
Actually, yes. Yeah, then a takedown. Just
okay.
Just a melee attack then.
I think takedown you have to charge.
It has to be at the end of a
first.
charge.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be at the charge. Then just a melee attack.
Okay. So yeah, 50. But you can aim it, right?
Right.
Blue Jay, is that right? Can you still aim melee attacks?
I believe aim is for ranged attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. You could called shot.
No, to your next attack action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just general. How many APs does Clifford have? Is he also 3?
2. Because he's stunned, right? He got hit in the head first.
Right.
So he could aim and then attack, and you'd have 65% chance to hit.
I would love that.
All right, do it. Roll that D100.
Let's see. Well,
Nice.
Well
Okay, I got 27. So guy gets bit by dog. Dog bites man. So damage on a bite is 4. Roll a D6.
Cool. 1d6.
Oh, you can take down anytime, but charge just lets you use athletics. Okay.
Got a 1.
Okay, so 5 damage. It is below his damage threshold. Clifford chews on his armor. Okay. The assassin has a sword, so he's going to start by attacking Clifford with it. So he is going to. Yeah, I think he's gonna aim once, attack, and then save a point. So here we go. Sword is 65% chance to hit. I get a 93. Nope. Okay, so the two of them are tangling. He's just like, fucking dog, trying to stab him.
Good boy. Get him, Clifford. Get him.
There is a dead burned guy. There's a sleeping guy. The other guy is going to try to slip into the crowd. The other crossbow guy. So he's gonna try to get away.
He's gonna run.
Yeah, he's going to use stealth. He's going to try to like turn his back on you, get into the crowd, and then take his mask off and blend in, right, with the panicking crowd. So I'm going to roll in secret his stealth, and then if anybody actively tries to look for him, then I'll have a number that's ready to go.
What's the crowd like now? Is it still
It's busy, but it's thinning, right? People are spreading out, but they're all jamming up in the alleys and stuff, and people are getting away. And there's people screaming like this building's on fire, so they're trying to get out of the buildings, and it's a lot. So the one guy slips away into the crowd, and I've got a note of that. And the other guys are good. Okay, so Mr. Bolvadier, what would you like to do?
I'd like to make an awareness check to see if I can track the guy who's trying to slip away.
Okay, that's one AP to do that.
Gotcha.
Search. This time you're actively searching the crowd. Like, where'd that fucking guy go?
Where'd that guy go?
Okay.
Nice. Let's pull that up. Go to skills and attributes. Here we are.
Okay,
I got a 30.
You spot him. Yeah, cool. you see him. He's blended into the crowd, and you watch him like pull off his bandana and like throw that and his crossbow like into a pile of trash that's just sitting on the street because that's how this works. But yeah, you just see him like throw it aside and like he like takes off his cloak. He's basically doing a costume change, but you see him do this as he's moving away. You still have 2 AP.
I take aim. And I
Not so fast, fucko.
and then I hit him with the last sling.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll with the 10% bonus.
Absolutely. Let's see. And 21.
Yeah, you hit. Nice. Okay.
6 damage this time.
So let's see. 6 damage is below the damage threshold. So you hit him, he staggers, and he turns and looks, and he sees that you've seen him. And I think that's it, right? I think you got your weapon. You see him.
That's all 3 APs. Yeah.
You don't have a chance to reload the sling yet. He will probably just run for it at that point where he's like, shit, they can still see me, but he's got a while before that happens. Vander, what do you want to do? There is currently a guy fighting a dog. There is the sleepy crossbow guy, and that's it. There's the dead guy on the floor.
Going after sleepy crossbow person.
You want to the one that Mr. Bolvadier just spotted? You want to try to spot him too?
No, sleepy guy.
Oh, you want to go after so before he gets trampled.
Before the trampling can occur.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is our one like chance to get a person alive. I see Lucia. Probably she's going to murder people because when people are in front of her that need to die, they die. That's how it usually goes. So Vander trusts that and runs off to get this unconscious person.
Yeah. So I think it's one AP to move to him, and then another AP to like deal with the crowd. So I don't know. I'll let you decide how you do that. Are you shouting at people? Are you physically pushing them? Like pick a skill and we'll roll, right?
I will use my counterfeit skill.
Ooh.
Said pick a skill at him.
You just take a badge out of your pocket and you're like, everybody back off. This is a real badge.
Yeah.
There's actually an item you can buy that is a badge.
Yeah.
So would it be a doubt? Yeah.
No.
You just draw a triangle with an eye on it on a piece of paper. Arrgh, get out of the way.
I think I just kind of interpose my body in there. I can't think of any skills that I have that are like super relevant.
Yeah, I mean the base skill is athletics, right? Where you're just like, get the fuck out of the way, just shoving people aside.
I'm just doing that.
Okay.
So I will roll.
Oof. 87. Okay. Unless
use
you
the thing.
want to use, we got one more.
You got one left?
One of these Masood points that I've heard so much about.
Yep.
Doesn't get any better.
Brand is strong. Let's re-roll.
I have so many Masood points. I didn't even get to use them.
No problem.
Okay. All right. So this time, you're just like shoving people. And then eventually you manage to like make a clearing. You get up to the guy, you grab him, and then.
And yeah, she's just going to like drag him back out kind of into the open in the street.
Yeah, there's a little channel in the middle where people are going around the fight, but still trying to escape.
So I'm trying to get there.
Yeah,
and
you
I've
drag
got like a knife out at his throat as I'm doing this. Just like, if you wake up, it's going to be.
Ember, did you figure out the waking up conditions of sleepy time chamomile ogre magic?
Sorry, I was looking up intoxicated because that's something I needed to roll next, and so I did not.
You're right.
Actually,
I was gonna look up the effects of my skills, but then I looked up intoxicated instead.
There's a better thing.
I have to make
I looked up Shut Eye, and it has to be someone within touching distance.
Yeah, I know.
And the duration is 3 plus your welfare or willpower bonus.
Okay, so he's still asleep. We'll remember the touching thing for later, but for right now, he's still unconscious and he won't wake up unless he's like whatever the
Rather than
conditions
hold a knife to his throat, though, I remembered I bought iron shackles.
I was gonna say manacles.
Cuff the motherfucker.
Okay, so you want to use your last AP
Dragging
to take out the handcuffs and cuff him? Okay, perfect. Okay, all right, so Dawn, speaking of magic, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, first off, we didn't resolve the rot gut intoxication toughness test.
That's
That's why I was looking up intoxication, because I was like, I have no idea.
So before your turn begins, let's see if you're drunk.
If I'm drunk,
Okay.
So I have to do a toughness, and I think it's just standard for rot. Yeah, it's standard for rot gut.
It's 2 episodes in a row that we're rolling to see if someone's drunk.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
No, I critically failed.
Critically fail. You're so drunk.
You never drink. You know?
Okay.
Drink.
You suffer 3d10 plus
Yeah,
3 physical
bam.
peril and 1 corruption.
Yep.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm drunk.
Is there a thing that
God, that'd be
I don't know if
terrifying.
there's
So,
a-
Dawn, you have this like awful, like rot gut taste in your mouth.
sorry.
your own bile,
Critical failure results in you becoming immediately incapacitated.
and then you pass out.
I just pass out. Great.
Yeah. So here's what happens:
You're welcome.
you turn, and we do the whole like we filmed all of this at a way too slow shutter speed, so it's all like
Yeah.
like chunking express. It's all blurry and the colors, and there's fire, and then you just tip over and join your friend in sleepy time. So you are drunk and incapacitated. So Vander, you see this as you like cuff you
Yeah.
look up and you see Dawn pitch over.
9 feet is a long way to fall.
It
Yeah.
says you are unconscious for 6 hours.
Yep.
Yeah. God,
Well-
wouldn't it be great if we had one last Masood point to spend?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
that
it be great if the city weren't about to fucking burn down around us and we have the largest person in the group be unconscious?
I'm strong.
Okay.
It's
All
fine.
right. So Dawn is unconscious. Lucia, what are you going to do?
I'm going to continue beating this asshole
Okay.
because I have nothing but venom in my gaze.
he's the only guy left. So yeah, if you get rid of him,
Okay, so I don't have to move at all. I can just beat him to death. I would like to, because I'm in a fury, I want to use all 3 of my AP to attack. If that's
oh, so you
okay
want
with
to
you?
take the penalty and do like
Yes.
minus 30 to each attack?
No, I think it's the first one is minus 10. The second one is minus.
That's no. The way it works is you count the number of attacks you're making, and it's that times 10% to all 3 or both.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Oh.
We'll take it to chat.
No, it is. It's that's the reason why it's like that. It's the same rule as in
I thought it was
Warhammer
each
Second.
successive attack.
Oh,
No.
was
You
more
have
difficult.
to declare the number of attacks in advance, and they're all penalized by however many you do.
Oh, okay.
So it's either minus 30 or minus 20 if you do 2 attacks.
What is my right now? I've done attacks before. What was I rolling with? 46. So then it would be 76. Or no, then it would be 16. No, I can't do that. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's terrible. You have a very low chance of.
It's because I'm still hungover. Okay, fine. Then I won't do that. All right. I'm instead.
Also, Dawn, for being incapacitated, you take 4 corruption.
Yes.
So just anytime I get
Balancing
knocked
out.
out, I take 4 corruption?
It's under certain circumstances, but
Okay.
yeah. In this case, it does
So
because it's a
drinking
critical
yourself to
fail.
unconsciousness.
Drinking yourself into unconsciousness definitely gets you corruption. It's not for
Okay.
going to bed. Yeah, it's the you're getting blackout drunk.
So when I
Yeah.
put the toxins in my body and that, sullies the god within,
Yes.
and then I need to like eat a piece of jade and drink lemon juice.
yes,
in
you have to
order
eat the piece of jade. Okay.
Okay, instead I'm gonna try and do a takedown because I don't have to use it at the end of a charge.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to do more damage if I can do an attack. Okay.
All right.
So I attempt to knock him to the ground.
yes.
So I make a coordination test.
Yep.
And that is here. I succeed at knocking him to the ground.
Does he get a roll to resist?
Yeah, he may resist by making a successful coordination test.
So let me see. His coordination is
That would have succeeded on an attack roll if I was doing the 3 attacks.
Yeah. So 55 or lower, and he resists. So the 2 of you are wrestling. There's a dog. You shove him to the
Nope.
ground.
Okay,
The
so
dog
he's
barks angrily.
so he's prone,
Yes.
and now I can add another 1d6 fury die to damage with this attack that I'm gonna deal. Hopefully it will hit because I can't reroll because we don't have any. Okay, fingers crossed. Kill this motherfucker. No, I don't do it. I do not.
So you
hit
swing
him.
down at him. He rolls aside. Your cudgel bounces off the stones.
I want to hit him again.
Yeah, you can't.
Instead, I will try and make an athletics test to knock him out. Can I do a perilous, more than one perilous stunt?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I cannot use another perilous stunt until my next turn. No.
Ah, there you go. All right, so you get one of those, one attack, and then a move is kind of the idea. Okay.
Yeah. I don't really have. I could. No, subdue would have to be if I was attempting to. No, I think.
Yeah, it's instead of hitting, it's when you hit. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's just all I can do.
You want to just hold it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Lame.
Masood, would you like to attack with Clifford?
Yes, absolutely.
He's prone now, so if you hit, you also get another fury die.
Awesome.
All right. So if you aim, you can aim twice and then attack, and that gives you a 70%.
No, it's the dog only has 2.
No, the stun is worn off. Yeah. Oh, start with 1 less AP until resist toughness is successful. So you get an attempt to resist toughness. So go ahead and roll a D100. And toughness for this animal is still stunned. Okay, so it does just have the 2. Okay,
then 60.
60%
is the goal.
All right, do it. You got 60% chance to hit. Ah, nope. So this guy's laying on his back, just screaming like "Stop! Stop!" And like the dog's biting him. Lucia's trying to kill him. And I think when he realizes the situation, right, he looks up. It's not 65, it's 50. The dog has a 50 base plus a 10 for the aim. So when he sees all this stuff going on, he struggles, fights you. He reaches into his baldric or whatever, and he pulls something out and he puts it in his mouth.
Oh, what a piece.
And he bites it and immediately starts convulsing. His lips are going blue. He starts frothing at the mouth.
Clifford, don't eat that man. Get out.
Get away from that. Oh, that's so
Meanwhile, Lucia is still just like,
yeah. So he commits suicide rather than be captured. But Vander, you have a guy in handcuffs, and I think rather than resolving anything from here, I think we end on that scene of like the river of human chaos around you, the 2 buildings burning, and then you in the midst of it. Now, before
we're the heroes.
Yeah, you're the heroes, exactly. you braved the assassination. You didn't burn the buildings down. Let's see if anybody accumulated any more corruption during that fight, and then we'll go from there. So let me look at the various chaos offenses, and we'll see if any of this shit happened.
That's class 3 chaos offense.
Class 3 chaos offense. I'm a member of the chaos investigation squad, and I'm here to tell you. Okay.
Getting hurt also gives you chaos, right?
Only if you suffer an injury.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which thankfully we did not.
Assaulting the innocent, political assassination, murdering another for a crime of passion.
I mean, I would like to mention that I was narrating playing to my hatred.
Yeah, but it's not like Blades. You don't get it for expressing your alignment or whatever. But I do think that Dawn murdered somebody with fire. That definitely happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when it was in a fight, is that like
crime of passion? Defending yourself, like you don't have to kill people. Dawn didn't have to light that guy on fire.
No, I didn't.
You don't have to kill.
I'm just saying. Okay, let me look at the major chaos offenses. I don't think anybody did any of those. Premeditated murder. Grievous injuries. No. Okay. So
murder on the fly.
So yeah, Dawn, take another 4 for.
Yeah. Also, I looked it up in the book rules. Incapacitated says that you immediately get 6 corruption.
So So the reason I gave you 4 is because you were incapacitated, but it wasn't because of the peril condition track. It was because of a critical. Yeah. Gotcha. So it was like it's a lesser version of drinking yourself. It was like an accident. Okay. So yeah, Mark, give yourself another 4 for burning that guy to death. And then Lucia, and you know what? I'm not going to give, I can't give corruption to your dog, but Mr. Belvedere, for driving that guy to suicide. I think both of you take another 4 as well.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Vander is the only person who didn't kill anybody. There's some limping peasant who's like, I'll get you, Vander.
Look,
I'll get you with the last thing I do.
The knife.
Or my name isn't.
That was
Wilhelm.
Purely ephemera.
That's right. It didn't actually happen. Okay. All right. So let's do cast. Did anybody get more than 10 corruption?
No.
I only
Don,
got
Don,
9.
you probably came pretty close, but not.
Yeah, I got
okay.
9 because I
All
took the one for channeling too.
So let me do a quick D10 here. I got a 9.
Ooh,
Doesn't look
But-
like that's
very close.
yeah, very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think if it meets it, it's still order, not chaos. I think, but I'll look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, because you had 9, right, Don?
Yeah, exactly 9.
Close. Okay. Yeah, we'll check that. Yeah, Blue Jay, do you want to check while we do shoutouts?
Yeah. Yes. I will.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so we will start with. I was just about to say let's start with Blue Jay. Let's start with Mr. Bolvadier himself. Masood, give us a shout out, would you?
I would love to. Hey guys, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Marudeboy, MHRUDEBOI. And you can see me here Monday nights playing Eat the Rich, a Zweihander campaign, as I'm sure you understand. And on Wednesdays with another episode of J Spell Must Die. We're back again this week. I'm really excited about what shenanigans we're going to get into and discussing this new trashy Netflix TV show I've been watching called Love is Blind. And I hope Katie May is up to date.
God damn it. So for anyone who hasn't been watching J Speller Must Die, we have been plagued by discussions of The Circle for the last month or more. So I'm sure Carlos and Katie May will be very excited to have that conversation with you.
I just love discussing social experiments. Truly, that's all I'm here for.
Perfect. Good. Yeah. Even if you don't like Dungeons and Dragons, if you don't know anything about Magic the Gathering, tune in for the pre-show because it's a whole lot. Andrew, why don't you go next?
That's me. You can find me on Twitter at Commuting Crow or on twitch.tv/actualfactual. You can look up information about my Forged in the Dark tragic magical girl game, Girl by Moonlight, at girlbymoonlight.com, which I think we actually extended the playtest to the end of this month. So you have a couple extra weeks to get in there if you want, and check it out.
Hell yes. As soon as that is ready for like a preview or like a first look or whatever, you better let me know because I want to take a look. I don't have the time to play test it, but I definitely want to show it off.
Are you doing any more Slay the Spire? Like
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah. So Tuesday nights, I'm also working on a little project making a Slay the Spire character based on the champ. It's come along. I'm into the like uncommons where things start getting a little more funky and interesting now.
More complicated. That's cool.
Things are coming together. It's cool. Yeah.
Fun. Blue Jay, did you find that role you're looking for?
Yeah, it says here that if the result is more than the total corruption.
Right. So you get an order rank.
If it's equal to or less, then you get your if the result on the corruption die is equal to or less than the total corruption you accumulated, you will increase your chaos rank by 1 step.
If it's equal to or less is chaos rank.
Is chaos.
Oh, okay. So you do take a chaos, Don.
You take a chaos. If the result is more than your corruption, then it increases your order.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Cool. Blue Jay, do you want to just roll that into your show?
Sure. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us while we attempt to be as chaotic or not chaotic as possible. I was really hoping to get a few more corruption points in there, but what can you do? You can find me most other times being maybe a little less chaotic over on Twitter at bluejay_712. You can find me doing D&D right before this on twitch.tv/D&D, and you can also find the finale of my show I'm GMing called The Bystanders on Thursday of this week at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time over on twitch.tv/TableStory. It's a 7-episode series, so if you haven't caught up or you haven't watched it, please do. That's on Table Story's YouTube, and I would love to hear what you think about it because it's my longest game I've ever GM'd, and yeah, it's been fun.
Cool. So before Amber, before we do your shout out, Sithmaster in chat asked, because I think we've been doing the chaos die thing wrong. If I roll a 10, that means everyone gets chaos, right? Because is it higher or lower?
No. If the result on the die is more than the total corruption, you get order. So if I have 6 corruption and you roll a 10, we get order.
Okay, you said chaos the last time, so Dawn would get an order this time
because it met the number.
Okay.
She gets chaos.
Right. Okay. The phrasing just confused me because it was said backwards once, and then my brain stopped working. Okay. Cool. Good. All right. Well, proud new owner of a chaos rank.
Yeah.
Amber, do your shout out.
Hi, yes. So you can find me on Twitter at Rocket Orca, and find all my portfolio work and illustrations and all the stuff on my website, rocketorca.com, which also has all my shows. I'm a co-owner of a podcast network called Geekspective. So on Mondays, Red Mage, Blue Mage comes out. It's a Magic the Gathering talk show. I just got done doing a dramatic reading of a Magic the Gathering story. So if you want to hear my old lady voice and my like tablet prophecy voice, you should check that out. Every other Thursday, my show comes out, Shapeshift, as a podcast. It's this Thursday, we'll be wrapping up Casketland. And then on Saturdays, and I got to get this right because every time I say that I said the wrong time so far, my GM keeps calling me out. It's 6 p.m. Eastern on Don't Split the Podcast Twitch channel is a show called Tales from Roxbury, and we are playing Godbound, and that comes out every other Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Whew.
You did it.
Yay!
Great. Excellent. Thank you. Cool. Well, audience members, thank you for coming and hanging out and for watching me and my cool friends play a role-playing game. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been seeing some people posting they've got their own copies of the game because of the show, or they're starting their new campaigns. I love it. Just give me, that's the best compliment. I love it so much. So if you're starting up a new game as Zweihander and we inspired you even a little bit, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Tell me, because I love hearing it. And that's why I do this. My ego. I need you to take care of me. Thank you. But yeah, also thanks to Daniel and the team at Zweihander for sponsoring the show and for making cool stuff for us and letting Blue Jay hassle them on Twitter right before an episode so that we can figure out how much gear we have. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. You'll see me again several times throughout the week, but I'll talk about that afterwards. Thanks for coming. That's it for us. See you next time.